Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the science behind an ancient superfood that's absolutely taking the modern wellness world by storm. I mean, we're talking about a staple that's been in Asian diets for literally centuries, and science is just now finally catching up to explain exactly why it's so incredibly powerful.
So, think about your current snacking habits for a second. Before you reach for that greasy bag of potato chips, ask yourself, what if you could have a guilt-free crunch that actually works for your body? What if the very thing you're snacking on could actively protect your heart, toughen up your bones, and even improve your hair and skin? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, today, we are taking a head-to-toe tour through the anatomy of makhana. We're going to cover Meet the Ultimate Super Snack, the nutritional powerhouse, heart, digestion, and diabetes, strong bones and muscles, skin and hair health, and finally, how to eat makhana. All right, let's jump right into section 1, Meet the Ultimate Super Snack. It is time to officially meet this amazing ingredient. You might actually see this in stores labeled as fox nuts. And don't worry, no foxes are actually involved here. Or sometimes lotus seeds. People often compare it to popcorn because of that awesome puffy texture and satisfying crunch. But makhana is actually the edible seed kernel of the prickly water lily plant. It literally grows in water and has been a go-to in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries to treat all sorts of conditions. Now, if you're keeping an eye on weight management, you are going to love these numbers. A standard 1 cup serving, that's about 32 grams of dried seeds, clocks in at just 106 calories. Because it packs this incredibly low-calorie crunch alongside a solid hit of dietary fiber, it actually slows down your digestion, so you end up feeling full and completely satisfied without the guilt. It's basically the perfect tool to stop you from overeating. But hey, it is not just about what it lacks in calories. Let's move on to section 2, the nutritional powerhouse, and check out what's actually in it. Okay, this is truly fascinating. Simply roasting makhana actively concentrates its nutritional value. Just look at the massive leap in these numbers per 100 grams. When you roast these seeds, the protein content skyrockets from 8.7 grams to over 14 grams. The iron density jumps from just 1.4 milligrams to a whopping 12.7 milligrams, and the magnesium basically doubles. So roasting doesn't just make it crunchier, it literally makes it a much more nutrient-dense snack. It's also absolutely packed with the essential amino acids your body craves for repair and growth. But I want you to look closely at that last one on the list, tryptophan. This specific amino acid is known to naturally promote relaxation and stress relief, which means, honestly, a simple handful of makhana before bed could very well be your new natural stress-busting sleep aid. Continuing our tour of the body, we arrive at section 3, heart, digestion, and diabetes. Let's look at how it supports our internal systems. When it comes to diabetes management on just overall everyday energy, the way makhana functions is brilliant. It has a very low glycemic index, which basically means it digests slowly. Unlike highly processed foods, regular chips or sweets that give you those aggressive blood sugar spikes followed by a miserable crash, makhana gives you sustained, continuous energy. It actively prevents those sudden surges, making it an incredibly stable and safe snack. And meanwhile, its dual-action impact on your heart and your gut is just profound. First off, it's naturally cholesterol-free and low in saturated fats. It helps lower LDL, that's the bad cholesterol, while boosting HDL, the good stuff. Plus, its super-rich dietary fiber acts almost like a broom for your digestive tract, keeping things moving and promoting gut wellness, while its antioxidants are busy fighting off inflammation in your blood vessels. All right, let's keep moving. Here is section 4, strong bones and muscles, where we see how this tiny seed reinforces your physical framework. Think of makhana as delivering a targeted mineral payload. You get generous amounts of calcium and phosphorus, which team up to build bone density and help fend off osteoporosis. But it doesn't stop there. The magnesium ensures your muscles can actually relax after a workout, which stops cramping in its tracks. Add in potassium to balance your electrolytes and keep blood pressure in check, plus iron to transport oxygen, and you've basically got the ultimate functional food for anyone with an active lifestyle. Now, let's talk about the external benefits. In section 5, skin and hair health. Let's uncover its natural anti-aging properties. So makhana is loaded with 3 super powerful antioxidants: gallic acid, ellagic acid, and epicatechin. These compounds work around the clock to neutralize harmful free radicals in your body.
By stopping that oxidative stress, they're essentially acting like a microscopic shield for your skin cells, protecting them from damage and helping you maintain a youthful glow while fighting off premature aging. But get this, it gets even more impressive when we look at skin elasticity. Makhana is rich in an amino acid called glutamine. Your body takes that glutamine and uses it to produce proline, which happens to be a direct building block of collagen. Yeah, that means snacking on Makhana actually stimulates collagen production from the inside out, keeping your skin nice and firm. And if that wasn't enough, minerals like zinc found in the seeds fortify your hair follicles and support a really healthy scalp.
Of course, all this amazing science doesn't mean much if we don't actually know how to eat the stuff. Let's wrap things up with Section 6, How to Eat Makhana, and look at some practical, delicious applications.
Because Makhana has a really mild, neutral flavor, it's incredibly versatile. If you want a perfectly healthy, low-calorie dessert, you can whip up a traditional kheer pudding in just 3 simple steps. You just grind up some roasted Makhana, boil it with a couple cups of milk until it gets nice and creamy, and then flavor it with crushed cardamom and a natural sweetener like jaggery. It's rich, comforting, and the best part, totally guilt-free. Or if you need a quick midday fix that easily beats any bagged chip, go for a savory approach. Just dry roast the seeds in a pan, add a tiny pinch of ghee or olive oil so the spices stick, and toss them with some sea salt, turmeric, or black pepper. Literally, in minutes, you've created this savory, highly satisfying crunch that fights inflammation, and you can take it anywhere. Now, as with adding any powerful new food to your routine, we do need to exercise just a little bit of caution. Because it is so packed with dietary fiber, you want to enjoy Makhana in moderation. Overdoing it in one sitting might lead to some bloating. More importantly, it's high in oxalates, so if you're someone who is prone to kidney stones, you'll probably want to avoid it. And while it is technically a seed, if you have severe nut allergies, it's best to steer clear or at least chat with your doctor first, just to be on the safe side.
All right, so we've seen the evidence. From boosting your heart health and stabilizing blood sugar, to building stronger bones and literally fighting off wrinkles with collagen-boosting amino acids. With all these massive benefits packed into one simple, delicious seed, it really makes you wonder, isn't it time to permanently upgrade how you snack?